Hey guys, welcome to Tech Patriotism. This is our first video on this channel. In this video, we're gonna show how to install Kali Linux 2020.2 as a dual boot. The installation process is so simple if you do it correctly. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit that big bell icon because it motivates us and you also get notified whenever we release new videos. Let's start. For installing Kali Linux as a dual boot, we need Kali Linux ISO image. So open your browser and type kali.org. It will direct you to the Kali Linux official site. Then choose Downloads tab and click Download Kali Linux. Then choose 32-bit installer or 64-bit installer according to a system specification and download the torrent file. After downloading your torrent file, go to Downloads folder. Yeah, I'm opening my files and go to downloads. I have a torrent file. Then double click on the torrent file. Kali Linux ISO image will be downloaded on my uTorrent application. You have to wait because it is 3.59 GB. After downloading Kali Linux ISO image, we have to download Rufus. The Rufus is an application to create a pen drive into bootable. So we have to boot our Kali Linux into one Rufus application. So open your browser, type rufus.ie. Then scroll it down and choose Rufus 3.10. It's a simple 1.1 MB. Then download and go to your folder and you have to double click on the Rufus application. It will pop up something. Just ignore this. Insert your pen drive. It may be in 16 GB, it will be incompatible to boot your pen drive. Your pen drive will be shown in a Rufus application. Then select your ISO image, what you downloaded in Kali Linux official site. Then open your folder, it will show your Kali Linux ISO image. Then click open and don't change any other settings. It must be an important. After scanning that image file, then click start. It will show some formatting option. Then click start and you should write an image in a DD mode. It must be an important or else Kali Linux won't work in your. Then click OK. It will be a warning to format your pen drive. Then click start. It will start writing your image on your pen drive. For at least 5 minutes you have to wait. After writing, it will show. Then click ready. You have to wait. The patience is necessary when installing Kali Linux. Yeah, much bored, right? You have to wait. Yeah, finally it's gonna complete. Yeah, we are eagerly to install Kali Linux. But yeah, it may be in 100. Now your pen drive is in ready state. Then close the Rufus application. Now your pen drive is in bootable mode. Then close it. Then go to this PC and see how your USB like that. Then right click on this PC and choose manage. A computer management dialog box will be open and click on disk management. You have to partition some space to Kali Linux ISO image. So choose any one of the partition, right click on it and shrink that volume. I allocated 100 GB. So I enter the amount of space in MB. Then shrink that volume and make the volume as an unallocated. It is important. And make it as unallocated. Then close the dialog box. The most essential two things is one is USB pen drive is bootable and has an allocation space. After completing that, then go to restart the computer. You should make sure that you should not eject your pen drive. That is important. Then restart your computer. It will start restarting. You should press F10, F11 or F12 to get into a boot manager where your pen drive will show. then click OK and give enter. Then Kali Linux installation will be show up. Choose graphical install. In a black screen that will be running out of alphabets from down to up. Wait for few seconds, then it will show something to you. Here is a place you have to select your language. I'm select English. Choose your language and click continue. Yeah, select your location. I'm from India, so I choose India, then click continue. Yeah, select your keyboard configuration, click continue. It will detect and mount installation media. Detect your installation media, that is pen drive, and load installation components from the pen drive into the Kali machine. Yeah, it will load some more components. Yeah, you have to wait. Yeah, after installing components, it will detect your hardware and configuring the network. It will detect both Ethernet and Wi-Fi, and it will shows I choose wireless network, that is my Wi-Fi, and click continue. Yeah, that is my router, Wi-Fi router, and click continue, and it will shows your Wi-Fi protocol network. Mine is WPA and WPA2. Then click. Yeah, I'm just typing my password. Yeah, then click continue. Make sure that your Kali machine should connect in the internet so that it download all the drivers what the Kali Linux machine is needed. Yeah, it attempting an IPv6 auto configuration. Yeah, it configure network. Yeah, dynamic host configuration protocol. You have to wait for a few minutes. Then type your host name. Yeah, I'm gonna type as Tech Patriotism because it's our YouTube channel, right? Then click continue. Yeah, I'm gonna type my domain name. Yeah, you have see many domain name .com, .edu, .erg. I'm gonna type as tech. It's your machine. Then configure network and type your full name of a user because you are installing and set up a new username and new password. So write your full names. I name as a Tech Patriots. Then set up your new username and passwords and type your password. And you have to re-enter a password for verification because both the passwords are same. After entering your password, yeah, wait for a few minutes. I'm just typing my password, right? Then click continue. Yeah, configure our clock. Here comes, we get into a most important part, that is partitioning a disk. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it will detect our disk. Yeah, here comes the most important part. Yeah, I'm gonna choose manual. You have to separate manually and choose what you allocated 100 GB. Then click continue, create a new partition and click continue. You have to allocate 3 or 4 GB for boot menu. I allocate 3 GB and click continue. Make as a logical and choose beginning. Yeah, from the mount point, choose boot static files, the bootloader, it for an bootloader, and done with the partition and click continue. I do it for two times, right? Sorry. Yeah, done setting with the partition. Then click continue. Yeah, then right click on the free space and click continue. Create a new partition from beginning. Yeah, we have here. I'm gonna allocate some space to the root. Yeah, I'm gonna allocate 35 GB and click continue. As a previous step, as beginning, continue. Then go to mouse point and select root file system, that is first one. Then click continue. Then setting up with a partition and click continue. Yeah, we're gonna separate, we have to partition another free space. Select free space and click continue. Create new partition. Click continue. Here I'm gonna allocate 60 GB for your. Here I'm gonna allocate 60 GB. Sorry, 60 GB. then click continue. Same as beginning, then click continue. Yeah, go to mount point. Its default shows as home, so you go to use them as /home, use home directory, then click continue. Done setting with the partition, then click continue. Yeah, we have 9 more GB for free space, right? Click continue, create new partition. This is the most important thing. You have to allocate some space to swap area. I'm gonna allocate 8 GB. If you're having more, then allocate 16 GB. Then click continue, choose beginning. Here, in this users, you have to select swap area. Swap area, then click continue. Done setting up with a partition and click continue. If you have free space, make it allocate to some more thing. I'm just leaving off because I have 1.4 GB, so I'm just ignore that free space and watch what you have allocated. Boot, root, home, swap area, finish partitioning and write to the disk changes and click continue. It will shows what you allocated the partition. Your 100 GB is divided into 2 and 4 and make the changes to the disk. Click yes and click continue. It will partitioning your disk into 2 and 4 parts. It will partitioning and make formatting the disk what you have allocated previously. Yeah, it will take a few minutes. Now installing the base system. It will occur minimum 45 minutes. Yeah, wait for half an hour. It will configure manager. In this is a proxy setting. You just leave or ignore. That's it. This is not a necessary thing. Click continue, configuring the packet manager. Make sure that please wait because it will install a lot of drivers. It may occur a lot of time for half an hour also too. Yeah, this is our environment for Kali Linux. Make it as a default. Then click continue. These are the default Kali Linux environment. If you need anything, click on the checkbox and click continue. Yeah, select an installation software. It will goes along. The path is so long to installation. Yes, I think we finished most of the ways. Yeah, it will take a lot of time. Be patient. I just shrink a lot of time for you for make it as a 15 minutes video, right? It will took an half an hour and more. The installation process is so long. And finally we come to an end session. Yeah, biggest thing is an partitioning disk. That is always a difficult thing. Here we install grub bootloader. Installing the grub bootloader because we have a Windows machine and install Kali as a second OS. The grub bootloader makes sure that what OS you want to choose. So you have to install grub bootloader. Yeah, here you have to click S and click continue because if you click no, Kali Linux became their main OS and your Windows will be corrupted. You have to select your hard disk. Yeah, third one is in my Toshiba pen drive. Choose your hard disk, that is a system hard disk, and click continue. A group bootloader installing on your system. Yeah, it's gonna finishing the installation. We comes to an end session. Yeah, the installation process is complete. So you have make sure that to remove the installation media, that is your pen drive, or else the installation process will reoccur. What you have done from previously, it will repeat again. So make sure that remove your pen drive and click continue. It will restart your computer. Yes, it will restart it. The grub bootloader shows your Kali Linux and Windows as well. Then click Kali Linux. Yes. Yeah, it's a massive, stylish emblem of Kali Linux. get into a login section. Yeah, enter your username and password what you said previously in then Kali Linux graphical installation. Enter your username and enter your password and click login. Yeah, we finally installed Kali Linux 2020.2 as a dual boot. If you find any difficulties when installing the system, let us know in the comment section. We will get back to you in no time. Happy hacking and happy learning.